So I was not planning on making a video today. I was just scrolling through YouTube, getting ready to go out to the pub or have a nice evening. And of course, just as I'm like, you know, we're probably good for the day, Ghost released the official audio for Peacefield. It's literally premiering as we speak. It started like 7 minutes ago. I did not expect them to drop any more stuff until Friday, considering that's when the full album of Skeletor comes out. But it turns out they're just going to drip us out some stuff now because, I don't know, Papa is a gracious master who is willing to let his subjects sup at the nipple that is Ghost. God, I phrased that weirdly, but I'm quite excited. So this is Peacefield. It's the opening track of the new album, and also one I've seen live. They opened with it when I saw them at the O2 a couple of days ago. It was hard to get a good gauge of it as a whole song. Well, because, you know, to start with, never heard of it. Live setting is not necessarily the best place to hear new stuff. I think they were still dialing the audio a little bit and also being front and center, quite close to the front in a big venue like that. I think you probably lose quite a lot of the treble in the mix just across the board. It's just a symptom of all live stuff. So whilst I liked the vibe and it seemed like a really good entrance and stuff like that, I didn't really get a good taste for it. So here we have it, Peacefield. Let's have a listen to the official audio. And I'm going to leave the chat up. It's currently going in the background, and let's hope that no one says anything that I have to censor.
The dawn of prosperity, a faded scar.
The vocal entrance there was really not what I was expecting it to be. It came in slightly offbeat, almost felt like it was kind of like halfway through a phrase, which is actually something that Tobias does extremely well with Ghost across the board.
A slaughtered czar. We all need something to believe in.
Very good at building up the tension. You can hear that quite quietly mixed, like low sustained organ part in the background with that like the drums are never quite going out. They're just keeping on the hi-hat, etc., etc. But it's really building this feeling like it's about to get really epic, which I'm pretty sure I can confidently say it's going to.
Until it's over, anything, anyone, anytime, but it's not over yet.
Here it
This
is.
is what dreams are made of. This is what they're afraid of.
That harmony there is lovely. It's very much, I feel like this is part of the sort of like set of tones that's going to come out with Skeletor, because I noticed that in Satanized and in Lacrima, the harmonies, for the most part, are like really, really tight. They're so like kind of closely mixed that it really brings out this quite ethereal sound to the vocals, which I know is not a completely new sound for Ghost, but it definitely, I don't know, I feel like he's stylistically chosen to get tighter with that stuff here. And again, the way that it kind of like opens out with this next section, it's got that opening track vibe, which I'm digging it. It's feels like a suitable kind of Kaiserian follow-up. So let's go with that comment, not a dry seat in the house in this chat.
When they finally reach you, you will have seen through the darkest the season. Your love bright as the starlight. Oh, child, still we can see.
Yeah. Oh, what an anthemic chorus that is. I can remember this bit now from seeing it live. This is the bit that I think it's because it breaks down and it's quite like staccato, and it's not repetitive. I'm going to say repetitive in the same way that any big anthem is, the point where I can remember myself, even live, having heard it for the first time, finding myself able to sing along to Through the Peace Fields, which I think is about to come now. But yeah, it's got this very like epic feeling to it, whilst being still comparatively understated.
Like a moon over the peace field. Oh, child, stay close to me.
Nice, okay. Yeah, that's quite a catchy melody. The guitar line now mirroring it afterwards, the ba 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 da ba. I can see that really getting lodged into my brain just as an overall sort of melody. So as a follow-up, excuse me, my seat is dry.
The end of the monarchy.
Interesting, so the Spotify version is different from the YouTube one.
Unable to foresee the widow queen.
man, how understated the synth is in this song. I thought maybe I just wasn't hearing it because it was live. It's actually just really, really quietly mixed. There's still some like low sustained chords under there, and now the drums have kicked up for this second verse to really kind of get you in the full vibe of this song. But still. Very nice chord progression for that bridge. That was the bridge, the pre-chorus there. And again, you've got this variation now. I paused halfway through where it just is going to soar up into there, some slightly more like vocal variety in there, which again is great. It's just another thing that Tobias just does really, really well with Ghost, is taking ideas and then like developing upon them over the course of a simple song. Got this chorus, which is like, it's still got the same melody, and the vocal line is still doing the da 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 da. You got that gap in the middle, but now the guitars are sustaining the whole way through. They're picking up, they're heavier. It's got a really nice feeling and progression to it. Really like the tone of the rhythms guitar that's in my other ear. It's something else I've noticed about the new Skeletor era of Ghost, is that their guitar work, at least most of the rhythm, has got this slightly more kind of crunchy, like sort of, I described it the other day in person to somebody as like the guitars sound a bit nasal, like in keeping with a lot of the other tones in Ghost, but I've noticed it's got this kind of more kind of Bon Jovi, like Dire Straits, kind of like hollow crunch to it, almost like there's a slight flange or there's something in there which I really appreciate. It makes the guitar solo that is soaring over the top that's much cleaner. It gives it something else to sort of bounce off more. The contrast is there. Slow down a bit, drop to half time. That's really interesting. So this section here has got the same rhythm as the original chorus, but it's still in that half time. The melody is slightly different, and it feels like it's a sort of almost like a bridge, but it's a very clear reference to the chorus, but it's not the same lyric. Again, it's just like this guy is able to write like sort of 3 sections and then just iterate upon them. It's exponentially over the course of a single song. It's amazing. There's that 80s synth. We knew this was going to become more of a feature. The vocals are definitely more layered on this chorus too, right? I don't even, there's harmonies, but actually it sounds almost like the lead vocal is like doubled up as well. Or is it just that the harmonies are actually lowered down now? The sort of soaring high harmony isn't as present now, and it's like it's more in like a kind of bass and treble area. That's interesting. I thought that they were going to go for the quite traditional double Ghosts final chorus with like overlapping vocals, and they teased it. And actually, rather than that, we've got like an outro guitar solo with backing fills just repeating that Peacefield's refrain, which is again is quite a clever way of like defying my expectations and not subscribing to the like pure Ghosts format every time, which is again just a genius move. Awesome. I mean, you can't go wrong with just getting a random ghost drop when you're not expecting it, obviously, but that was great. I think it's a really good choice to have that as the opening track for the live shows. I get why they were doing it before it was released. It's like got this really good anthemic chanting. The build up across the whole song itself is really, really nice. It has this like building up of pressure and layers that slowly reveal to have this like big chorus. But I can just see an entire audience of people wants this. Oh, now I guess like as of today, all chanting the da da under the Peacefield, which we already did and we didn't know the song. So yeah, I can see this one becoming a crowd favorite. Like it's almost reminiscent of some parts of Year Zero, where it's got that quite staccato chant-esque feel to it, whilst also having a sort of pseudo-proggy in there, some nice classic rock influences, a couple of really amazing guitar solos. The bridge section was really nice. I really like how they took them sort of quite a lot of the concepts from the chorus and then put that into the bridge, and then the second chorus again, rather than having it just go to a classic double one, we actually got like a more of extended outro where the guitar picked up again, and we just got that Peacefield going on as we go. Awesome. And I guess this is now one less song I have to try and react to in real time when the full album comes out, because I'm now going to obviously obsessively listen to this one until Friday, unless by some random chance they happen to drop another track tomorrow or something. I don't know, but either way, I'm quite excited if you couldn't tell. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what's your favourite of the new Ghost songs that have been released. We've now got 3 for now, so this, I guess these comments are only going to be relevant for like another 3 days, but still let me know. Lacrima, Satanized, or Peacefield. I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm probably still going to stick with Lacrima, but it's a pretty tight contest across the board, so let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that crazy stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.